What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Cthulhu the Dark One, back for another toy review, this time once again with another of the Marvel Legends Iron Man wave, that sounds good to me, or the Ironmonger Build-A-Figure wave of the new Iron Man toys that are out. Well, it's called on package Heroic Age Iron Man, but as most people call it, is the Bleeding Edge Armor. And speaking of that, I'll go ahead and show off the package real quick, in case you're wondering. Here it is. Typical Marvel Legends, like the Iron Man wave, I guess, of Marvel Legends. The Build-A-Figure Ironmonger, and like I noted, it says on the package, Heroic Age Iron Man. Come around the back, other figures in the wave, completed Ironmonger, picture of the toy, and comic picture of the toy. But interesting enough, in the little description, it gives you a description, and it says Heroic Age Iron Man, but then it says right here, Bleeding Edge. So at least they know it's called two things. I don't know. But anyway, there's the package. Nothing major. And once again, it comes with the how to put your Ironmonger together / armor vault, which I kind of like. In case you didn't know, it gives you a little info on the armor. And then basically this came about as kind of after the quote-unquote extremist armor. This is what he had after that. And basically he forms the gold part, I believe, out of armor that's stored in the hollows of his bones, and then the red parts come to him or something like that. But anyway, now this figure is kind of interesting. It is basically just an upscale of the Marvel Universe version of the Bleeding Edge armor. And interesting enough, I believe on the package for this little guy it said Bleeding Edge armor. And this leads me to my one gripe about the big one. It looks really good. Really good, you know, very accurate. Looks pretty much spot on the comics. Although, as you notice, for some reason they managed on the small one here to get the little white inside of each of the little arc reactors that are all over them. Just as an added detail, I think it makes it look just that much nicer. Yet for some reason on something 3 times its size, they couldn't get a white dot. Like, they have all the blue in the right spots, just no white in it. So, I don't know, that's kind of, a small gripe, but in something that I could definitely go back with a whiteout pen and fix. But other than that, like I said, really, really good likeness. As you saw the comic art earlier, it's pretty much spot on. And interesting about this Iron Man is kind of like the chest. It's kind of like a different form, you know. It's not like, I wish I meant to grab another one. As you can see, like the shoulders, you know, he's got kind of more like the build up of muscle or bulk up here. And instead of his shoulders, like basically his neck would come and then straight out, and then his arm, you know, it's curved up. It looks more muscular human, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of why I like the appearance of it, or I like the look of the armor. But other than that, you kind of get the red, shiny plastic. I do wish, I mean, it's pretty shiny. That's not without saying. Like you can see, it'll definitely catch a shine to it. It's almost seemingly slightly more on the back. And like I said, I meant to grab it, but the kind of 90s armor Iron Man definitely has it down on shine paint application. Like the gold is super shiny and the red is super shiny. And I wish, if nothing else, another small gripe, I kind of wish the red was a little bit shinier. But other than that, some other people gripe about that little detail in his eyes there, that they did the blue line down in the crack. I don't know why you would gripe about that. Like, doesn't look bad at all to me. But as you can see, it's got really good line work on it, really good paint detail for, you know, for what it is. Aside from missing the white dot in the arcs, and he's got all the little mini arcs on him. He's got the main one, one there, one there, one there. Shoulder, arm, in his hand, hip, inside the leg, and 2 on the back. About the only ones that are missing, if you noted to the comic picture earlier, in the comic he has kind of 2 small ones on his neck piece, which they don't have on either version. So, but anyway, still a pretty cool figure. You know, like they harken the 47 armor in the movie to be the extremists. And I gotta say, it's pretty close in appearance, you know, as far as like where is gold, where is red, and stuff like that. And the fact that it does fly to him and assemble around him. But like I said, pretty decent figure, pretty good size figure. There he is next to a can of Coke. So you're looking at about 6-inch scale. Articulation pretty good. Head can rotate fully. Not so much up. You can kind of pull it a little bit, almost off the hinge, and kind of get him up a little bit. But without doing that, that's as much up as he can look. Which isn't too bad, considering he's got this really great ab joint. And just with a couple notches back, it's a really good flying pose. But there's the whole of the ab joint, like all the way forward, all the way back. So as you can see, it's kind of almost designed to accommodate the head not looking up. Kind of looks weird, like barrel chested like that, but you know, you can get him in a cool flying pose. Shoulders pretty much rotate, and then in and out, like so. As you saw, upper bicep rotate. Double jointed elbows. He does have wrist rotation, however, because of like the little arc gauntlet there, it does hinder it a little bit. I mean, you can push it through and it'll hold it there, but you know. And of course, this hand is open. And pretty good little detail on the hand there. The camera will get in there, like you can actually see the segments in the finger armor. So that's kind of cool. Then you have your typical waist turn. Pretty good leg joint in and out and rotate. Every once in a while they kind of get a wonky hip joint for Marvel Legends, but this one's pretty solid. Upper thigh swivel there, right at the hip. Double joint knees. And then he has an ankle pivot. And kind of a, like it's, yeah, swivel. That's the right word. I thought I was thinking of the wrong word, but I wasn't. An ankle swivel. So you can get him in some wide stances or something like that. But no really rotation for the ankle. So, but yeah, pretty poseable. I mean, you know, nothing out of the ordinary for Iron Man figures. Really good representation in the armor. This is definitely one of my top armors I like from the comics. And now his head's being weird for me for some reason. There we go. But yeah, pretty cool little armor. I mean, like I said, in the movie, in the new Iron Man 3 movie, the 47 is kind of supposed to represent this armor. And I think it does a fairly good job. But yeah, now this is the third of the Build-A-Figure wave. The other three should be hitting stores sometime soon. I do plan to get them. And what I do, I'll do a review for those. That's a movie Iron Man, a movie Iron Patriot, and Ultron. And then I will have all the pieces for my Ironmonger, so I'll definitely be sure to show it all. But yeah, for this guy, that's about it. Pretty cool. They run you about $15. Also kind of a little dumb gripe. No paint on the bottom of the foot. And once again, they got it right on the small one, but not the big one. So anyway, they run you about $15. That's how much it runs me in my local Walmart. Not too much to gripe about. Like I said, a couple little paint things, but that could be easily fixed with a whiteout pen, and I might just do that. But yeah, Iron Man Bleeding Edge armor, or apparently Heroic Age, whichever you prefer to call it, is more commonly known as the Bleeding Edge Armor Iron Man. So until next time, see you guys.